No matter what type of editing that you do in Lightroom, at some point along the way, you're probably going to need to do some type of creative adjustment that you can't do inside of Lightroom. Things such as skin retouching, replacing skies, adding things to your photos, or even adding overlays to your images such as light leaks, for example. Typically, you would do all that stuff over in Photoshop, but if you haven't spent a lot of time in Photoshop, it's pretty complicated. So the problem that you end up having is that there's a pretty steep learning curve to get those creative adjustments because you need to learn some type of complex workflow in Photoshop, and that often takes a lot more time than you're willing to invest. That's where Luminar AI comes into play, because this is a plugin that can be used with Lightroom and Photoshop, but it simplifies all of these complex creative adjustments. Now, I want to walk you through two different examples where we're actually going to do these creative adjustments all in Luminar AI, and you can see exactly how simple it can be rather than having to spend tons of time both learning and actually completing the process of these steps over in Photoshop. You can do it all really quickly in Luminar AI. Now, if this is the first time you've ever heard about Luminar AI, it is a photo editing program with some features that are not available anywhere else because they have tools that use AI intelligence that automatically scan whatever's in your photo and will give you suggestions or change the adjustments that you can do based on your particular image. So in the case of portraits, for example, you can easily change the shape of someone's body, you can change their eyes, you can improve skin and reduce oiliness with literally one slider, and then you can take things even further by using their automatic sky replacement tools, as well as adding cool additional features into your photos using the augmented sky tool. Now, in the two examples that we're going to discuss here, we're going to go through the portrait and a couple of the landscape editing options. So no matter what type of editing you're working on, you can see how this tool might be valuable to you. Now, before I dive into Lightroom and Luminar AI, if you want to try out this program for yourself, you can get a 7-day free trial, which I'll leave down in the description below. And if you decide that you're interested in it, you can save yourself $15 by using code BURNWILLS at checkout, and then it can knock down the price of Luminar. And unlike the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite, it is just a one-time fee, so then you have it for life, and it's a pretty sweet deal that way. Here in Lightroom, I have just a basic portrait image, and I did a quick edit to it with the adjustments in Lightroom. But to finalize this a little bit better, I want to retouch her skin and take away some of the shine that is on her forehead and her cheeks and stuff like that, because she's in direct sunlight, so it's just gonna happen. Typically, you might go and edit this in Photoshop, but now we're gonna go and use Luminar AI to retouch her skin here. By right-clicking on the photo, going to Edit In, and then Luminar AI, your file will go from Lightroom and then open up Luminar as a separate plugin in a new window. Then once you do all your editing in Luminar AI and you save it back to Lightroom, you'll have a duplicate version of your photo. So then that way you always have a backup to go to if need be. Now, once your photo opens in Luminar AI, you'll be here within the templates option, and templates are like Lightroom presets on steroids because you can not only add typical color and exposure adjustments, but there's also some settings where there's preset sky replacements or adding fog, or even things such as lens flares, for example, as you see right here. Now, depending on your photo, there'll be a few recommended templates up here. You can choose to use those ones, or you can explore some of the other ones that are available by default within the program. If you're not interested in doing any of the templates, you can go straight to the edit module, but in this case, I'm going to use one of these templates here. Clicking on the brush up, you can see how it just lightly softens her skin and brightens up the whole photo, but it feels a little bit too intense for me. So you can use this little slider at the bottom here just to reduce the intensity of any template you apply, so then it's a little easier to refine the look of it. So with that template applied, we have a pretty good starting point here. The edit is already looking a little bit better. So now let's go and do the skin retouching. So clicking on the edit module, here you'll see all of your basic settings. However, we want to focus on skin retouching in this case, and that's going to be down here within portrait. Now, the portrait bokeh AI is going to control the background blur, and in this case the background is already super blurred, so it's not going to make much of a difference. However, the face AI and the skin AI tools are going to be the ones that do the most work for us today. Clicking on the face AI, I can adjust the face light here, and it's just going to brighten her face without me having to do any selective adjustments. This is such a common thing that you have to do, is to brighten someone's face, and in Luminar AI it will read your photo photo and find any faces within your image to brighten them up automatically, no selective adjustments needed. Now, if, for example, you have a wide angle lens and you've taken something up close, you can distort people's faces and it might look a little bit bigger than normal, or if someone just wants a slimmer look to their jawline, you can use the slim face option, and check this out. Just with a single slider, you can quickly adjust the slimming of someone's face, which would be typically much harder to do in something like Photoshop. Next, going to the eyes option, here you can do just about anything you want, from changing the eye color completely to enhancing the iris or the color of the eye altogether. In this case, my subject's eyes are quite dark, so these adjustments aren't going to do a lot for me at this point, but they're an amazing thing to use in other portraits, especially in portraits where the eyes are really a focus point of the image. Lastly, in the mouth option, I can go and adjust the saturation of her lips. So this is a great way just to make people's lips look a little bit more colorful and full of life, I suppose. As well as you can also use this one slider just to whiten teeth. This works really well for headshots, especially when you have people smiling and they just have lots of teeth to deal with. This will save you so much time. It's actually insane. Next, we'll go to the Skin AI. And in this Skin AI, if you're familiar with frequency separation in Photoshop, it does a lot of similar things to that, except it's really good at softening the skin without removing the texture, which is something that I was skeptical of when I first started using this tool. So just to give you an example here, I'm going to increase the amount to something really high, and the amount slider will help to smooth any blotchiness or redness in the skin, just like frequency separation in Photoshop. And then I'll bring up the shine removal a ton because there's a lot of shine in this direct sunlight. And finally, we'll click on the Skin Defects Removal AI. This will get rid of any small blemishes automatically for you, so you don't have to go and paint anything out yourself. It usually does a really good job. So turning that adjustment on and off, you can see how there is a slight difference, but let's zoom in to see it a little bit better. Looking especially around the highlight here and the softness under her eyes, turning this on, look at how that just softens things out really realistically, so it doesn't look over edited, but it still gives you that great soft skin look without all of the time that would typically be spent over in Photoshop for this similar type of result. Now, as for the other options within the portrait settings here, you can adjust the look of people's bodies similar to the liquify tool in Photoshop, or you can go and use the high key adjustment just to brighten up your portrait as if there was a flash or a strong light source coming in your photo. So now with just those few adjustments, turning this on and off, look at the huge difference that's already made to our photo. We've softened the skin, we've slimmed her face, we've brightened up the background, and with just a few sliders, we're able to really improve this portrait. So let's go and click apply, and now that photo will go back into Lightroom. Now back here in Lightroom, all of your Luminar AI adjustments will be saved as a new image, and it's worth remembering that the file will be saved as a TIFF, as you can see right here. Now that you see some of the uses of the portrait features in Luminar AI, let's go and talk about a landscape image. And once again, if you want to try this program, they have a 7-day free trial, and if you want to purchase it, you can save $15 off your order by using the code BURNWILLS at checkout. Now, similar to my last photo, I have another image with just a basic Lightroom edit, and I want to go and add some creative effects such as sun rays to this photo, but I don't want to do it in Photoshop. I want it to do it fast and easy, so that's why I'm going to use Luminar AI once again. So to access that program as a plugin, just as before, we'll right click and then go to Edit in Luminar AI. And then let's go and click on this forest stream template, and I'll bring down the intensity of that template just a little bit, but it helps to just make some of those colors pop in our image before we're doing any other editing. Now with that applied, I'll click on my edit module and let's go and add some cool effects to this photo. What I want to add in particular is sun rays, and there's literally a sun rays tool in the program. All you have to do is click Place Sun Center. It'll give you this little option here, so I'm going to move this over where the sun is coming from. And then now we just bring up the amount slider, and suddenly your sun rays start showing up within the photo. With these basic sliders, you can adjust the general look of your sun rays as well as how visible they are, but then you can also control how much glow is coming from around the sun itself, or basically this point here that all the rays are coming from. And then you can adjust the number of rays as well as randomize it so that you get a bunch of different looks just so that you can get the perfect set of light rays for your photo. For this image, I'm happy with these sun rays. I just got them by increasing the randomize option and having a more broad set of rays. It makes it blend a little bit more realistically into our photo. Now, as for the warmth, we can just increase the warmth of our sun or the light rays themselves to better fit the vibe of your photo. Now, in some cases, as you can see around the rock here, there are some light rays that are coming around that I don't really like because that's kind of gives it away that these are definitely not real. So we can click on the masking option, and just about every tool in Luminar AI has this same feature. Since I want to remove some stuff, I'm going to click on the erase option, and then now I can just click and paint over the areas I don't want the sun rays to be visible. Anything that is red in this case will mean that the adjustment will be visible in those areas, but by erasing that red, that adjustment can no longer appear in those areas. So I'm just going to paint along the edges of the rock where there are a few issues with the sun rays. So now just like that, we've hidden those sun rays behind our cliff and made it look pretty darn realistic. Turning that adjustment on and off, it's pretty surprising how legit that looks considering it was done with just a few sliders once again and a very, very simple bit of masking just around the rock. Now this really just touches the surface of what you can do with landscape images in Luminar AI, because you can also add things such as fog to your image or haze. You can replace skies completely just by going and selecting a new sky that you're interested in, and then Luminar will automatically do all of the masking for you and just replace the sky immediately. And then you can adjust the positioning of your sky. You can also adjust the mask if there are any trouble areas that aren't looking very realistic. And then you can also adjust just the basic settings of your sky, such as the brightness, the warmth, and then any haze, grain, or focus adjustments that you would like to add into the sky itself. Now in this case, I'm actually pretty happy with how the sky looks, but I want this area to be a little bit brighter. So I'll add a mask, click on the eraser there, and then I'm just going to mask out part of the sky, basically just so there is that bright sunlight coming through and I don't see any details, giving it that weird HDR look. So I'll go all the way out to there, bring down the opacity a little bit more, and then maybe just feather out that area beyond the sun ray like that. So this time, now editing a landscape photo, turning those adjustments on and off, you can see how we've added to our current sky. We've masked out this area so there's still that bright glow. We've added in some nice contrast as well as some realistic looking sun rays, all without having to do any selections, no masking, no complicated tools. It's almost so easy that it feels like cheating in a way. But with all of those adjustments created, I'm happy with how this is looking. I'll click apply, and once again that will save this image over into Lightroom as a separate file. Now Luminar AI is an amazing program and it can also be used as a standalone photo editor, but I don't think that it is good enough to completely replace Lightroom. However, in terms of using it as a plugin, I think it is an amazing and awesome tool to use, and I love to use it for the exact type of situations that we went through today, when I want to add a creative edit, but I don't want to spend the time doing it. So if you want to save yourself some time with your photo editing and try Luminar AI for yourself, then you can check out their 7-day free trial down in the description below, or make sure to use my code BURNWILLS at checkout to save yourself $15 when you purchase Luminar AI. And I know you'll love using all these cool AI powered tools as much as I do. Now I'd love to hear your thoughts about Luminar AI. Do you think that is cheating to have settings that are this easy to access, or do you think it's a really cool advancement in the photo editing space? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below.